How you doing? It's a hot spot for Farkles. That's where they come to party. Those beer bottles had beer in them. I don't do stinky beer stuff in my, it's not that big of a deal, but when it gets in my tote, I just have limited storage. So I have beer rolling around in there. Get everything gross and start stinking. There's a bunch of old carpet. Anybody want some old carpet? Kind of a neat little table deal. Oi. Freetail Swagola. Look at that $20 sticker on that one. That cell phone, I'll send to board sort. It's worth about $1 or so. For those of you that don't know that. I know I give out a lot of the same information in these videos, but there's always new people watching that have no idea. That's new carpet there. That is brand spanking new carpet. I can just smell the newness. Brand new. Looks like it's mixed in with some old stuff. And this is probably the new stuff. They cut off the big stuff when they redid it. I might have to come back and get that actually. I might have to come back and get that. New carpet's good stuff. Let my cats lay on it and trash it for a while. Snatched up this little purse. I'll go in the Freetail store. It's kind of got an interesting liner in it. It almost looks like it's waterproof, maybe for lunch or keeping water cold. I think that's a little cooler bag. That's kind of neat. And then make sure this is closed. Bottle of toilet cleaning gel. It's almost full. If it's not full, I can definitely find a use for that. That was in the dumpster, along with that backpack. I think there's actually some blinds over there now that I see. that Mortal Engines book. I saw that movie. It's a rather interesting movie. It's about cities on wheels. I thought that was a Yeti cup. I wouldn't have got in there for that if I knew. It's stainless though. Subaru. I thought it was a Yeti cup. I saw the TI like that. Thought it was one of those $20 Yeti jubbies. Well, take my 20 cents, be done with it. Or what was stainless at the scrapyard? 30 cents a pound. I guess that only weighs a few ounces. Take my nickel. Anybody know anything about comic books? Some of these are kind of weird looking. And these are all in protective sleeves. So I don't know. It's got a $2 sticker. I don't know if these are worth any money or not. But let's see what kind of material it is. It looks like a yellow Green Lantern. It's not though. I don't know if it's worth anything or not. Camelot. King Arthur. I guess I'll take them and have a look at them. See what they're worth. The Silent Invasion. That's not your normal type of comic books. But they're in really nice condition. That's got a $4.25 sticker. Superman, 35 cents. Hey, that one's really old. Number 324, June. 35 cents. That's an old deal there, so I might just have to take every one of these and sort through them later. What do you think about that? Someone's whole comic books collection's in there. There's a lot more in there than I thought. So I'll probably throw away some of the ones that are, don't really want kids reading to begin with, maybe. I don't know what's in there yet. They look pretty tame so far, but look at this. All these are in, well, maybe not all of them. A lot of these are in protective sleeves. That's kind of the fun part about the way I do this, because I don't want to hang out here any longer than I have to, of course. So lots of times I'll just grab stuff like this and then finish up my deal before I go home. And then I'll go home and I won't know exactly what I have until I sit down in front of the computer. That's kind of fun, wondering what you might got back here, you know. Was this let's see, $2 each. Is that $200 or is that $2,000? What is it? Or is it only $50? You know what I mean? This Superman one definitely has some age to it. It appears to be all of them. See how that happens though? For some reason, people will just dump stuff like that. It'll never, well, it might be sometimes, but these will just all be like kitchen bags, filthy, gross stuff. And sometimes you look in here, and with all this garbage, it'll just be just that site that I just showed you, you know. Oh, hey, here's 200 comic books someone just threw away. I guess the point I'm trying to get to is, it seems like the good stuff is always thrown in there separately, away from the trash. You know what I mean? Probably because most kitchen trash cans aren't that big, so people probably don't want to fill them up. So they'll just throw that stuff out separately. But very, very, very rarely do I ever get stuff out of a garbage bag. That's just something I learned, and I'll pass it on to you because it takes a long time, as stupid as it sounds. It takes a long time to learn some of the nuances of doing this. Like, some people will think I'm skipping stuff when I just peek in there and just drive away. That's just experience. Ripping up all those bags is bad etiquette to begin with. It's just real time consuming. But anyways, I didn't fully say what I was trying to say back there, but some people will get in here and dig through all this stuff. And I know a lot of people, oftentimes, there's a hamper back there with a nice little blanket in it, like a fleece blanket. Lots of times people will wonder in the comment section and stuff why I don't look under this stuff and why I don't dig. It's because of that exact reason. What I was trying to say and didn't really say it too well is the good stuff generally will be thrown in there separately, and for the most part will be totally visible unless it's, you know, totally covered up. So if I just throw some bags off, I can pretty much get a feel for what's in here. And the point I was trying to get to is, if you were to dig in every dumpster you come to, it's no, of course you would find stuff that I miss. Undoubtedly there's something in there that you could probably like to have, but just stop doing that. I mean, I'm just telling you what I do. I stopped doing that and just went to this method I'm doing now, just covering as much ground as humanly possible. And I'm not doing it fast, I'm just at a nice casual pace. And if you peek in a couple hundred dumpsters, like I just explained, you will find stuff like that. Or maybe it's a $100 laptop, or, you know, 50 pounds of brass, or, you know, 20 pounds of copper, or, you know. It's pretty amazing what is really out there if you cover a lot of ground. So like this one, that's it. Boom, I'm done. I don't care what's under there. It's gross. Digging in that stuff's gross to begin with. If you were to open up those bags, it's just pure filth. Check this out. I'll come back for that carpet. Someone has left a high chair and a little rocky cribby deal thing out here. High chair looks pretty nice. Okay, so we are out of good light, so I found some other stuff wasn't really worth turning the camera on for. A little selfie stick and a ballast that I'm using for a comic book weight, so none of them go fluttering out of here. And looks pretty good. And so I'm gonna go home and show you what I'm gonna do with this. So I basically just did a big loop, and I'm back to where I started at that car wash, where I skipped those beer cans, where I found that cell phone. So if you're new to this and if you're interested, when I started skipping cans and tin and all the cheap stuff, that's when I started making some decent money finding that stuff. Picking cans one by one is one of the probably the toughest job you will ever have in your life. If you try to make money doing it. It's gross and disgusting, but I could probably save someone some years by just saying, stop doing that, stop with the cheap stuff and go find some jackpots. Of course, you have to check a couple hundred dumpsters, but today I checked maybe 50 dumpsters, 60 dumpsters in this video. Most people just don't understand how valuable some scrap metals are, and the art of scavenging. When most people think about recycling or scavenging for money, they're going to think about beer cans and pop cans. They're going to think about trucks with big trailers with like refrigerators and washers and dryers and ovens that you might see on the street. Those are basically the two things probably 95% of the population will think about is aluminum cans and big truckloads full of refrigerators and tin metal that you see on the street. But hopefully I saved someone some time out there. Just stop messing with that stuff. Go after the single items that are worth 2 weeks worth of picking up pop cans that you can find in 3 or 4 hours, you know. Would be my advice. I just know a lot of people out there are picking up cans and messing around with tin metal at 3.5 cents a pound. Try to find some good stuff. Evolve into a full-fledged scavenger. Well, since I'm making a video that'll be etched in stone forever and I can't change, I need to pick my words better. You don't need to stop picking up cans and stop picking up cheap tin. What I meant to say, what I should say is stop focusing on it. Stop and putting all your attention on that, you know. Stop focusing on that cheap stuff, and you know, when you just naturally come across it and it doesn't take any time, then pick it up, of course. But if you find yourself focusing on that stuff and all your attention's on that stuff and you're wasting all your time on that stuff, I would say to stop focusing on it. So I ended up with 90 comic books. Check this one out, 1983 Blip, the video game magazine. Blip tips, how to beat Centipede and Missile Command. Win a video game prize, Donkey Kong Comics. Any youngsters watching? That's how we did it in 1983. That's Tron right there. We go to convenience stores or arcades. Hi, Grias. Line up your quarters on the edge of the deal where it met the glass, and you just keep track of your quarters. Be like, I'm up next, I'm up next. Man, I'm up fifth, man. I gotta wait for long. What are you doing, Grias? My cats got in a battle royale earlier tonight. Look at that. There's a claw right there. I picked a claw out of Fuzz's neck. Did you have a claw on your neck? You did? Okay. This one might be one of the most valuable ones in here. I think it's like $10 plus shipping on eBay. This Superman was 1974, I think. Wasn't worth a whole lot. But there's a bunch of these in here. Well, not those. Not those. Just give you a quick look at some of them. I got rid of some stuff. I don't want kids getting a hold of it. Some of them have deals like this on the back. Oh, messages, notes and stuff. 1986. A lot of it looked like late 80s to mid 90s. This was 86, 89. I saw a lot of mid 90s stuff in there. I think the Superman one was the oldest. That probably describes a lot. That right there. Well, and actually 1983. No, yeah, Superman was like 78. I think Superman was 78 or something. But number 324 if you want to check it out. But that was 1983. So mid 80s, mid 90s. It looks like mostly. I saw some early 2000s. I think that one's hilarious. That reminds me of back in the day right there. What do you think, Grizz? It's kind of hard telling the value of some of this stuff. This is for $9.49 total. This is for $18.25. I could go over here and see what they sell for, but doesn't matter a whole lot when you can't buy the ones that are already sold. But it's hard judging the value of the comic books, especially for me, who doesn't know a lot about them. Come on, everybody. There's something new in the house. They're gonna freak out on that for a while. What do you think, Chris? Oh, what do you think? What do you think, guys? What's up, Chris? What's up, Chris? Come on, man. I'm trying to do something. Can I make a video? You don't mind, do you? You don't mind if I make my video, do you? What's up, Chris? So what I'm gonna do is take this that I actually found in this video, a little carpenter's knife. Get this old thing out of here. Voila! Creasha gets wall-to-wall carpeting. What do you think about that? The cats will get in there too. And I'll just cut some pieces out and lay those around the apartment. Cats will really like laying on this stuff. Eventually they'll barf on it, and one probably will take a pee on it, and I'll just throw it away. That's the best part about this. It's just disposable. It comes in real handy. Then I'm gonna stick a couple pieces on this cat tree over here. Look at that one. I'll probably leave that one bare. They like crawling that wood there, but there's the old carpet I put on it. Carpet like that works out good. Hopefully, this is not the kind of carpet where little tiny pieces will come out when they claw it. So I'll find out shortly. But anyways, for in there, can't do much better. Anyways, I sure hope you enjoyed the show. And as always, thanks for watching. Chris, you're not Chris. You're not Chris. You gonna end the video? Huh? You guys were scrapping? Claw. Huh? You tough guy?